啊，好
，What is it?
4、3、2、1，好，开始。
Welcome to CGTN's chat room with Dean Yang. We are live on CGTN's official account of Facebook and YouTube, live from Tongjiang city of Zhejiang province after the Artificial Intelligence Forum. Yesterday we've witnessed another victory by AlphaGo over one of the best human Weiqi player, Ke Jie, and with another 2 games along the line, we will keep you updated about the outcome. But in the meantime, we're more curious about what is happening behind AlphaGo, behind this design, and what is the secret about it, so that they can win over the best human players in the world. And today, I'm joined by 2 professionals on this subject. And one is Professor Liu Zhiqing from Beijing University of Posts and Telecommunications, specialist in artificial intelligence, and Mr. Zhou Jiangong, the CEO, Chief Executive Officer of Yicai Media Group and aficionado on artificial intelligence. So if you have any questions on this subject, please leave your comment on the comment section on Facebook, and we will try to answer the question if we can as soon as possible during the live streams. And cut to the chase. My first question: which of the 2, AlphaGo and Ke Jie, do you think will win eventually?
Okay, definitely AlphaGo will win. Because the Ke Jie said after the play yesterday, this time would be the final 3 plays with the robot or artificial intelligence. Because I guess he has been aware that he would not be able to beat the machine.
And Professor?
I also agree with this opinion. Actually, there are some new technical details disclosed today, and the new version, this version, they call it AlphaGo Master, is much stronger than the version we saw last year. It's probably 3 stones stronger, which is a big difference.
Advantage.
Yeah.
We know the machine is called a learning thing. I mean, artificial intelligence is about the machine learning new stuff from big data. But if the machine can learn, definitely human beings can too. So can Ke Jie, during this break, study the machine, study its pattern, and break it down, and to gain some advantage from that? Can Ke Jie do that?
I think this is kind of the redefine the ancient game. It's a kind of as mentioned by a lot of the top Go players said, it's just a revolution of this. I think it's a good thing happening to this game. But I don't think Ke Jie is learning faster than the machine, because the machine.
Oh, that's sad.
Yeah. It's supported a very strong, accelerating, stronger algorithm. And also a lot of reinforcing learning technologies, and also a lot of like the Monte Carlo tree learning process, and also the whole team and the whole the system of the clouding, the data, the computing system supporting the learning process. So I don't think it's the end of this game, but I think would like the good things happening to this game, because I have noticed the Ke Jie said we have played this game for over 2,000 years, but probably we have not touched the essence of this game. So I think this is a very shocking comment, because the top players, world champions, masters, are really rethinking of this game. So I think they will be more creative, bring more fun things to this game.
And to what they comment, Professor, do you think Ke Jie could be a little more confident in himself?
It's kind of difficult for him, because we as humans have limitations. For example, the machine can learn tens of millions of games in a short period of time. Well, for a human player like Ke Jie, he probably can only play let's say,
A tiny bit of
tiny bit, a slight fraction of it in his lifetime. So there's a huge difference for the amount of games he can play, he can learn. But on the other hand, human has a very strong general purpose of brain. He can learn a lot of things at the same time. Well, the machine can only learn one specific task.
as it is programmed to learn.
Yes, at this moment, yes.
Okay, so if a thing, be it a machine or some talented human beings, can learn tens of millions of stuff at one go, so what is the secret behind such a amazing thing? What is the secret of AlphaGo?
I think probably he can self-play. So-called self-play is there's two players of this game, and one AlphaGo can play both sides.
So it's like we're sitting opposite to this table.
Yes.
I'm a human being.
Yes.
I always need a opponent sitting opposing to me.
Yes.
Whereas AlphaGo can do that all by itself.
All by itself. So, and it can do it very rapidly. It can generate a game in probably time frame of a minute. That's a lot of games you can play in a short period of time.
So for the sake of this game, Weiqi, this game, we interviewed a lot of top players from China yesterday, and they all hold similar opinions about this game as you do. But do you think that, with AlphaGo, this strong rivalry, non-human being rivalry standing in front of them, do you think that would take the fun out of the game? Because there's something that you can never beat.
I think there's a lot of fun. It's like we have a lot of this kind of application of the games. We played with the chess, we played with the mahjong, we played with probably the Go game it's like we play mahjong, the software. We play the chess. So probably next year we can buy this software with the level of playing like the Ke Jie by a couple of dollars. So we play with him. So we learn from him. But still, I think there are more fun things. Bring more fun things to this game and somehow reinvent this game, which is very ancient. Because if you look at the evolution of the Go game for like 2,000 years, you can several revolutions happened to this game, like Wu Qingyuan mentioned. Wu Qingyuan is very creative and the strategically thinking of the whole chessboard. And also in the 1980s, right, in Japan there were like 6 or 4 very talented creative, like Wu Gong Zheng Shu, like Da Zhu Yingxiong, like it's just a very creative, talented, bring very beautiful the way of playing these games to us. But in recent years, I think this game is a little bit boring because people are playing the same way. So I think the machine learning bring the new life to this game.
Well, I just got a Facebook follower asking who is named Xiaochen Yuan, who asked, how does the robot finish and realize the further starting itself? I think to interpret this question is, do human beings need to keep feeding a machine big data in order to let it to learn?
Actually, the answer is no. This whole process can be automated.
So one day maybe the machine doesn't need help from human beings.
It doesn't. Once the goal and the process is made up, the machine can follow the process by itself. The point is very easy, actually. Let me explain. You can just self-play this game, A plus B, A versus B, by himself. Then there's an outcome of this game. Okay, let's say black wins. Then it knows all the moves played by black are likely good moves. Well, all the moves played by white are likely bad ones. It can learn those possibilities and improve by itself.
And also the AlphaGo is if we say the AlphaGo is a robot. AlphaGo can play with probably thousands of the players in the same time. It is just we have computing power, right? I can play the thousands of players, like happened in early this year. Played with 60 masters, and this is also the process and the learning and the testing his the level of the playing. So how can man can learn in this way? So if I learn with you. We play together. But it's a lot more slower than the way of the AlphaGo learning.
Can I understand it this way? Basically, it's like human beings. We need to gain experience in order to advance our knowledge about certain things.
Yes.
But AlphaGo can do the same thing, but at a unimaginably fast rate.
Unlimited rate.
Yeah. Okay, I hope that answers your question, Mr. Yuan. And my next question is about the application of artificial intelligence. And apart from humiliating our best Weiqi players, can AlphaGo, can artificial intelligence do any other things for us?
The primary breakthrough, technical breakthrough, actually, is to use, we call it deep learning neural network, to recognize images. And actually, the Weiqi is also recognized as an image. You can see it as a 19 by 19 image with a lot of dots, which can be either black, white, or empty. So Weiqi as images can be understood by the computer. Similarly, real life images can also be understood by computers.
Actually, I want to put some comments. I don't agree with you. It's kind of humiliating the human being, because the AlphaGo is invented by human being.
Yes.
Human beings should be proud of that. It's not humiliating the human being, because if you look at the history of the technology, human beings always invent new things to help them to achieve certain things. It's unimaginable by themselves, right? For the machines, that they have strong muscles, right? By the human's muscle, they cannot achieve like a lot of machine doing things. So like the same things are happening to the artificial intelligence. Human beings' brain human are very smart. It's smarter than the animals, other species. But human beings' brain has its limitation. So we can invent new machines to help us to bypass the limitation, or to extend our ability or wisdom or the knowledge or learning to better to deal with our environment, to achieve more things.
But when it comes to the development of artificial intelligence, I sometimes got confused, because yesterday I just saw the smartest, if I can say so, the smartest machine beating the smartest human Weiqi player. But the other, when I tried to use a translation device online, I found the translation gave me miserably bad. So exactly how fast this thing is growing?
Probably we can say translation is harder than
Weiqi. I bet a lot of people would disagree.
I think it's probably harder because there are more possibilities. Also, language is a social thing. You have to have a social setting to understand the language, the context. For example, we have discussed a few things which can be used as a basic for further discussions. How does the computer know this part? So so you have a social experience, context of this conversation. They are all the basic of the translation. So translation is not just translation of individual sentence. It's a whole process.
So that is from the expert point of view, but from the media expert, Mr. I would like to ask this question, because you work in the media industry, and the media basically is about transmitting information. But one day, if we can decode human social context or experience, does that mean that actually the machine can understand human emotions and then do a hugely good translation work for us?
Actually, the artificial intelligence experts are working on that. For example, in Wall Street, there's some AI companies, they want to decoding the emotional change of the mass on the social media. They have this kind of the language decoding technology. From the huge amounts of the interaction among the persons, their comments or reaction to the market, they try to find the emotional change of the market. They want to take advantage of the emotion-driven the market investment strategy. There's already this kind of the technology and this kind of startups on Wall Street.
Because we are not very rational. We will try to buy things.
But one person is very rational. But as a
group of
people, as a mass of the people, they are irrational.
Another aspect of people's concern about artificial intelligence, I believe, a more practical one, is about job security. Because now we've known that the artificial intelligence can do a lot of things for us. Maybe one day instead of me sitting here talking to two experts, it would be a machine, a robot doing this for me. But that would threaten my job security. Do you think that would happen?
I don't think your job is in danger.
My job is safe.
I don't think my job is in danger either.
It's quite interesting. The other day, last week, the Yicai media group just run a technology innovation conference in Shanghai. We organized a debate between three AI experts and three professionals. One is a doctor, one is the lawyer, and one is the fund managers.
Are they worried about their jobs?
I don't think they worry about their jobs. After the debating, the conclusion is the AI technology and the professional skills compensate and helping each other and strengthen each other. The good thing is we human beings, we have to use the tool of the AI, because we have the explosion of the data and the huge and the fragmentation of the knowledge. We have to use the AI as a tool to help us to understand, to organize, to achieve something. So the future would be the human wisdom has to work with the machine wisdom.
But one concern is that now that new technologies have cost the jobs, maybe we can say in the future we should be confident about human beings' interaction with machine. But for the time being, when some people do lose the bread and the bread earner waste, then how should the government do? Should the government do anything about it, or just leave the market alone?
Well, from the policy point of view, probably the government can do re-education to train those people whose job have been lost to gain more advanced tech skills, to do more creative skills. I think the government can do something like that. But for the low technical part, okay, the jobs should be gone. I think it should be replaced. Actually, that's the development of our human society.
For the productivity.
Yes, for the productivity of the society.
And I happen to know that within your group, Mr. Zhou, you do have some writing machine
yes.
at work, and that definitely going to cause some concern. From my side, as the journalist myself, I like to write a story myself. But now you have a machine doing that. Does that concern your employees?
I don't think you should worry about our writing master. We call this the writing master, because what the writing master is doing is writing use the natural language processing technology to writing very short, from the listed company's financial report. So this short the message is highly patent. Originated from the numbers. So I think it's very easy for the machine to process and translate from number to the words. So it's relatively easy, and also it will happen to the sports, right? Like a tournament, the results, soccer tournament results. So you have a lot of these kind of numbers, scores.
Sometimes tedious work.
The tedious work.
Involving a lot of mechanics.
Make it more efficient way, replacing the manpower to do this kind of things. But still, I think the reporters and editors' work is very creative. We have to write stories about the very complicated policy issues, economic issues, financial market issues, and even person stories. It cannot be written by the machine.
Robot.
But I think the robot can help people as assistant to help our reporters, writers to write stories, because they can help us to collect raw materials, to collect the background, the information, to prepare the basic knowledges, so to save our time to focus on more creative things. So, as I appreciate the Professor Liu said, the AI technology can free people, right? Make people do more things should be done by human being instead of should be done by the machine.
And when I did my homework and on this interview, on this live streams, I found a lot of people expressing fear over artificial intelligence. One day it might dominate human species. When we talk about fearing this new technology, what actually are people fearing of? What do you think?
I think the fear comes from uncertainty, also come from lack of knowledge. If they know fully the scope of the technical background and the development path, they should be confident. There's no such fear.
Can I take that you are not fearing anything about
I'm
AI?
not fearing of those things because, to my opinion, machine intelligence and human intelligence are different things. They are not competing each other. They are different forms of intelligence. They will work together to help people to do better things.
Are you one of those worrying?
As we concluded our panel discussion, right?
Yes.
My last question is: do you think so far we have the independent machine learning? Do you think the machine learning will develop its own motivation, its own purpose, right? The four AI experts told me that we don't think at this moment, at this very early stage of artificial intelligence, the machine would have independent motivation or independent purpose. So we human beings can totally control the tools in order for the tools to help us, to serve us, for our benefits. So at the moment, I don't worry. I don't have the fear.
Maybe in 1,000 years' time, we know that human beings are not perfect. So do we want artificial intelligence, be it a robot or a machine, to be more like human beings or unlike us? Which ways we prefer?
Actually, it's regardless of your preferences. Actually, I think it's easier to make machine different, and it would be very costful to reproduce a machine just like a human. You don't have to do that. You can just have a baby. That's a human. You don't have to produce a machine which looks like or functions like a human. Actually, I think naturally you would have a machine which is different from people. Machine intelligence different from human intelligence. They come independent and complement to each other and help each other.
Yesterday, I remember yesterday Ke Jie said that the AlphaGo acted, moved, played like a god. What would you say about that?
Yeah, and after play, I got a little picture from some Googlers. They used to work with this company, and they have the little picture is the curve is going upward. The curve is starting from 50%, which means if it is over the 50%, that means AlphaGo would win. More percentage of possibility of to win, so we can have the curves going up. So from the beginning, Ke Jie has never had any chance to win. So I fully understand it's playing like a god because he just doesn't have any chance. I think during the playing, he realized that the AlphaGo is playing it's without giving him any chance.
No chance at all.
No.
Well, such a maybe dangerous thing. Do you think it can ever get out of human beings' hands? Out of control, maybe?
At this moment, from the technical perspective, there's no such evidence at all. But we have to keep it in perspective because computer science, artificial intelligence, they have only developed for the last 60 or 70 years. And we human have evolved, let me see.
Millions of years at least.
Probably billions of years. And so this is only a very short period of time. is the starting of the new things. We have to pay attention, even though we don't have any concrete evidence, but I think there is still possibility in the future.
It could
occur.
evolve into something
Yeah, it could occur.
wild.
I want to compliment Professor Liu by saying that the AI expert they have emphasized that this is artificial intelligence, very narrow intelligence, right? It's playing some very specific, that have the huge amount of the data with a lot of the constraints. In this narrow field, they are the God, right? We human beings,
We are God across the field.
we are the very open, very strong, very wide information exchange. We are exchanging information with the whole world, with the universe, with a lot of things inside, with our brain, right? This is a whole different species, right? So I don't think at the moment a machine is a totally different intelligence. Machine is machine. Human being is human being.
So we're back to China's role in the development of artificial intelligence. Where are we now? I mean, in this competitive market, do you think we have a lot of need? We need to catch up with the Americans and other countries?
Well, I think China is in a good position to be a leader
Really?
in artificial intelligence. We have strong, we have a very large internet popularity, and the people are very active in creating new things. And there's also supercomputer. The fastest supercomputer is in China. There are a lot of research groups in university, in company doing research in artificial intelligence, very focusing on developing new applications. I think it's in good trend.
What for you, Mr. Zhou? What would be the most difficult obstacle to China's ambitions about artificial intelligence?
Well, I think that China's innovation in this field should be open. If you look at the DeepMind, they have the 400 employees, about 200 top PhD and scientists from all over the world, from dozens of the countries. So you have to attract the talents, not even though we have the 1.3 billion the population, and we saw every year there are millions of the graduates of the engineers from EE, the majors. We have the huge demographic in this area, but still we need to attract the talents from all over the world, because by definition artificial intelligence is a very open innovation process. So we have to open.
So that's the spirit of artificial intelligence. Okay, my last question. Two of my last questions is the first one is some of audiences and the viewers do want something as a guarantee that maybe we won't be overtaken by a machine. What do you think would be human beings' advantage? I mean, in quick words, please.
What's the question?
What is a human being's advantage over the machine?
Okay.
Maybe in a couple of words.
There is no clear advantage yet. I think that at this moment we have a general purpose intelligence which can handle different things correctly. Well, machine has a very narrow intelligence, focus on one thing. But gradually, probably this narrowness can be overcome to broaden its intelligence.
So we don't have a lot of advantage from Professor and Mr. Zhou?
So when we talk about the Turing test, right?
Yeah.
I think the Turing test, if you talk with a human being or you talk with a machine, if you cannot make a difference between
can tell which is
which.
Yes.
So I think our advantage of the communication between the human beings, like our conversation, I don't think any smart machine can do this kind of conversation like us.
Okay. So if I understand this answer correctly, that we human being can write poem, but maybe machine can only do math. So last question is from an enthusiastic Weiqi player from Facebook followers. He would like to know and ask I know you, Professor, you are a Weiqi player, and can you explain to this enthusiastic Weiqi fan from out of China that why Weiqi cannot go further than Asia?
Well, that's a very difficult question.
Within a few words.
I think it has something to do with Chinese culture and philosophy, and the way Weiqi is played. There's a black, there's a white, which is very central to the early Chinese philosophy. I think that's probably the reason why it's originated from China as only influence with China's propriety.
Okay, thank you for two panelists to come up on our show in such short notice, and hopefully the answers can help you to determine your answer on the future about artificial intelligence, if it's the Terminator or Initiator, like headlines described. And if you have any further questions on this subject, please don't hesitate leaving your message on a Facebook account or Twitter it at CGTN. And I think I will wrap up today's live streams, and we will keep you updated on the outcomes between Ke Jie's game with AlphaGo. Stay tuned. See you.